Real music, real interviews, real information. That's why we call it Real Gospel with the X-Man.
Bring it back, hey! We talk about that real gospel, baby. About a real God. Yeah!
I've been knowing my good friend Sidney Buckner of Youth in Unity for about over 10 years. Wow, he's still at it, still helping out the youth. This is their latest. It's called It's Gonna Rain, and right after this song, I'll reconnect with my friend Sidney Buckner. By the way, if you are from Chicago or if you are a Chicagoan, he's one of your own. From the South Side, if I'm not mistaken. So, the one and only Sidney Buckner. After this song, Youth in Unity, It's Gonna Rain. This is Real Gospel.
I want to give a shout out to the late and great Reverend Milton Bronson and the Thompson Community Singers and the writer of this song, Marvin L. Winans. Come on, sopranos, gang. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Come on, say it again. Don't let it be. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Come on, say it again.
Real Gospel is the place where God gets the glory and artists tell their stories. I'm honored to have this man of God back on the program. And this, you know, they say the third time is a charm. Is this the third time you've been back on the show, Sidney?
This is the third time, and it's definitely a charm. I appreciate you, my brother.
Welcome back all the way from the south side of Chicago, Sidney Buckner of Youth and Unity. South side, right?
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
South side, best side.
I did see that. There it is. There it is. Man, what have you been up to? It's been a while.
Man, life has been good. I've got married since the last time we talked.
Congratulations.
I got a kid that's on the way to college and the choir, 13 years strong.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow. And so I think the last time I spoke to you, we hadn't even heard of COVID, or at least not the kind that we went through. So how did that affect you and the ministry? What were you doing for the past couple of years?
Man, that COVID hit us strong. We literally had put out our last single. I believe it was Saved by Grace for Superman, and
Superman. It was Superman. Yeah,
it was Superman. Okay, we couldn't hit the streets as strong as we wanted to, but we did some stuff virtually, and God still got the glory. The choir kept asking, man, when are we going to get back to rehearsals? When are we going to get back to rehearsals? And be patient, soon. So I just, did some virtual stuff with them just to keep them interacted, and we made it work, but we're back now.
Amen. For those of you who are not familiar with Sidney Buckner and Youth and Unity, you should have just heard the song just now, their latest single, which is It's Gonna Rain. So it's coming from their forthcoming EP, which is called I Love Choir. Is it I Love Choir Music?
Yes, I love choir music.
So do I.
The theme of it. Yes.
So yeah, talk to us about this. I mean, it's been a long time since anybody's done anything choir music, at least for youth. I mean, come on, the youth need choir music too.
So I'm shout out to my pastor, Reverend Juanita Christopher, Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church. I grew up as a choir kid, as a church kid, so just trying to give my gratitude back to choir music. So this is the first release of the I Love Choir Music EP. You all may be familiar with the It's Gonna Rain, originally recorded by the late Reverend Milton Bronson at the Thompson Community.
Yep.
So my music director, David Richardson, which is featured on the song, we wanted to take a stab at this song, which is a Thompson Community Choir classic. So that you guys have Youth and Unity spin on it. It's Gonna Rain, as you all know, it's the originally recorded by the late Reverend Milton Bronson and the Thompson Community Singers. My music director, David Richardson, which is featured on the song, he was playing around with the song, and he presented it to me, and when I heard it, I'm like, yes, we have to record that. So from me hearing that song and just coming up with contemporary and traditional gospel music, it just inspired me to do this upcoming EP, which is called I Love Choir Music. So it's going to be featured some other remakes of some other songs. I don't want to give it away just yet, but just stay tuned.
Amen. That's what I'm talking about. And so, how long did it take you to write? I mean, I knew it was already written, but so why this song? What made you all settle on this one?
Man,
there's a lot of good old school stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? There's some great old school stuff out there.
It's really funny, and I'm gonna tell you, as a kid, and right today, I'm 38 years old. Every time I drive to church Sunday, It's Gonna Rain by the Thompson Community Choir. It comes on a Sunday every morning, and so I'm like, out of all the songs, I felt that was confirmation for us to record that song when my music director presented it. So literally every Sunday when I'm driving to church, that song comes on faithfully. So I'm like, okay, yes, God, I hear you. Let's do this.
Amen, amen. I mean, I love old school. Every fourth weekend of the month, I play nothing but traditional gospel on the show. So music like yours, I'm sorry, I know you guys, you need your spins and you want people to hear your music out there, but I still have to stop for at least one show out of the month and just pay homage to some of the gospel greats, like the Thompson Community Singers / choir. So, yeah, Milton Brunson. Did you ever get an opportunity to meet the late Reverend Milton Brunson?
His later years, yes, I did. He's a very humble man, Yes, I did.
That's such a treasure.
Real good guy.
Yeah, yeah. So this for people who are still sort of like, okay, what is it that Sidney, I get the music, I get this, so just give them a quick synopsis about the history of Youth in Unity and who's in it and the age groups for people who are not familiar, or for people who are familiar but just hadn't heard from you in a while.
So Youth in Unity, also known as YIU, is a group of young adult and youth from the Chicagoland area. We've been together for 13 years. Still on the battlefield, pretty much letting the youth know that it is okay and it's definitely a good choice to serve the Lord, and serving Him through ministry and music. That's what we do. The age range is from 13 all the way to like 30, 35-ish. I have some graduated college and school, but they didn't want to leave me, so they're more so the mentors to the younger ones that's coming in the choir now. So we make it work out that we're one big family. Yeah, we've spoken up for Rashawn Mitchell, Mighty Clouds of Joy. We were part of the Chicago Gospel Fest a couple of years ago. And last single, Superman, it was nominated for an Eddie Award back in 2020. So it was definitely a good run for us, and we're still running.
Amen. So I think I might have mentioned this to you before when the first set started of youth started to age out a little bit. I said, maybe you might want to keep up with some of these guys and maybe those who go on, if they decide to stay in music, maybe, a couple of solo projects and maybe a Youth in Unity reunion, or maybe start an adult Unity choir group. Have you ever thought about that?
Man, that's something that I've been thinking about very, very deeply. The older ones have actually they're trying to plan that out for me. So they're just waiting on my word for the green light to go. So that's definitely something in the making. So
amen. And so when you say something in the making, man, during this COVID years, like for me, I took personal time to focus on my physical health, trying to eat right, trying to exercise just a little bit more, because I knew what sitting around eating would probably do to me. And so a lot of artists have been writing music left and right and just writing. So during COVID, and you spent time with It's Gonna Rain, and you kept the guys busy. What are some of the things that you learned that can be done with youth? Because they communicate differently from us. They're probably on TikTok and Instagram and things of that nature. So did they give you any ideas in terms of trying to get the music out, trying to do something as they say, sing a new song in this land?
I definitely have some of my choir members that's been writing music on their own, and after we do this I Love Choir EP, you're going to hear some new music from the choir members. So they've definitely been busy just shooting music to me. So it's definitely going to be good to the listening ears. So but other than that, I've been keeping them busy. We've had game nights, Bible study. So we definitely trying to just stay motivated as a choir, because I notice when I give them a break for too long, sometimes they want to stray away. So got to keep them on board.
Yeah. So. What advice can you give youth pastors and youth directors and people who work with youth right now? Because coming out of COVID, people are starting to come back into the churches now and things of that nature, and they're trying to get the praise team to grow into a choir, and the youth. Some of them haven't been used to going to service in some cases, except online, if they did that in the past couple of years. So what advice can you give parents, and what advice can you give ministers of music?
I would definitely say be patient with the youth. They're on the way back, but be patient, still motivate them. give them opportunities to express themselves, give them opportunities for you to express yourself to the youth as well. But be patient with them. Talk to them, see how they're feeling. Hey, what are the TikToks out here that you're listening to? What's the latest? They want to feel like they're being accepted. So I say ask more questions, see what's the latest trend, see how you can be involved, and God is gonna do the rest.
Amen. Amen. And here's a question that the Lord just placed on me just now as we wrap up. Did you see any signs of any mental stress or mental anxiety in some of the youth as you were working with them during COVID, because some of the things they could not do? I can only imagine that your working with them gave them such a positive outlook and something to do other than sit in the house and be separated from their friends, for so long.
My own daughter, I can talk on my own. I literally seen her cry and told me, I feel like I'm shut in. I feel like I can't do anything. So that really motivated me to really start doing more with the choir and just to kind of get her out to do more. We still have to, play it safe, but it affected our youth, because just to see her cry out, I mean, it just made me feel some way. So it just motivated me to push a little harder, to still be creative and what we can do just to still stay safe, but still fellowship as a choir and, as a group. So
what are some of the things you did do? I want to help some of the ministers of music when they do get the youth together. What are some of the topics they can talk about?
So, definitely what we did do, Zoom was our friend.
Yes.
So since we couldn't meet in person, we had our Zoom meetings as rehearsals. We rehearsed every other Monday. So we had our Zoom meetings. We just talked about how everybody was feeling about it, how it affected them, and being back in the church, being back in rehearsals. How do you feel about it now? So I can tell you one thing. We had some shouting good times, because they was grateful for the release.
Amen. There it is. Well, I think we've covered as much as we can cover, because there's some things you got to keep under wraps for this forthcoming project, which is I love choir music, and I do too, because I grew up in that robe, coming down the aisle, taking one step to the left, one step to the right, one step to the left, coming down the aisle singing. Whoever sang, who had the best voice would sing the solo and march us all the way into the choir. I love that. I missed that. Sidney Buckner of Youth and Unity. The latest single is called It's Gonna Rain, the rendition that they remade from the late, great Reverend Brunson Milton and the Thompson Community Singers. Where can the listeners find out more about you and this wonderful choir?
So you guys can follow us on Facebook, Youth and Unity Choir. Instagram, it's youth_and_unity, or Twitter, Youth and Unity 1. You guys follow us on all our social media. It's Gonna Rain is available on all digital outlets, so wherever your preferred music listening, you can go ahead and grab it from any digital store.
Amen. Sidney Buckner, thanks for returning as a guest on Real Gospel. Much continued success to you and all that you all do.
Thank you. I love you, my brother. Thank you for always welcoming me on to the show. Thank you, man.
You're listening to Real Gospel with the X-Men, and the Real Flashback Song of the Hour is on the way.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, you may qualify for a free continuous glucose monitor system. Managing your diabetes is crucial to your health. The new CGM systems can automatically manage your diabetes better for you. And by using a CGM system, you can eliminate forever one thing most people with diabetes hate the most: finger sticks. Now it's possible to manage your diabetes better, end the painful finger sticks, and get a new CGM monitoring system at little or no cost to you. We even provide in-home delivery and do all the insurance paperwork for you. Now is the best time to manage your diabetes better and get your continuous glucose monitor. Call now for details. 800-396-0150. 800-396-0150. 800-396-0150. That's 800-396-0150.